Hi guys, I trust everybody has had a great week. I'm here at the studios of Online Core. I just thought I'd do my part here. Remembering the challenge that we had last week, let me ask you this. Have you treated anybody like a vending machine this week?
Did you meet anybody new this week? Do you happen to know what their name is? You still have time. Sunday's coming. Have you prayed for someone you may know that's going through a really tough spiritual battle, spiritual warfare? And what about, have you been praying for the person whose name is on that Every Monday Matters card that you drew? Know that Brian and I have been praying for all of you and our own specific cards as well.
For the last few weeks, we've been looking at temptations. We've looked at the tempter and the protection that we have for our spiritual lives. But this week, what we're going to be looking at is something a little bit different. We're going to be looking at the war within. It comes from James chapter 4, verses 1 through 10. In the book The Great Divide, C.S. Lewis describes a huge city, and it stretched on and on and on for millions of miles. One day a visitor arrived at the city, and to his tour guide, he looked at all of his empty houses, and he asked, "Was there a much larger population here at one time?" His companion said, "Not at all. The trouble is that they're so quarrelsome, as soon as somebody arrives, he settles in some street, and before he's been there 24 hours, he's already arguing or quarreling with his neighbor.
Before the week is over, he's quarreled so bad that he decides to move. Very likely he finds the next street empty because all the people there have quarreled with their neighbors and they've moved. But even if he does stay,
He's sure to have another quarrel pretty soon, and then he'll move on again. Finally, he'll move right to the edge of town."
You know, it would be nice to think that quarrels were confined to hell and confined to those who don't know Jesus Christ, but nothing could be further from the truth. Why is it, do you think, that Christians spend so much time arguing among themselves? Or should I say, arguing among ourselves? What are some of the things that cause the fights and the quarrels that take place in our family or at work or even in the church or at our core?
In James, again, we're going to be looking at the 4th chapter, verses 1 through 10. The author doesn't just expose the existence of quarrels and fights, but he explains why they occur. And James hopes that if we understand the cause of our quarrels, then we'll be more open to the cure that God has to offer. So take a look sometime before Monday night at James chapter 4, verses 1 through 10. Sometime this weekend, make a commitment to read those verses. We look forward to seeing you at 7 o'clock. Come and be prepared to share. God bless you.